No. It's going to take more time, especially with a new group of guys. Most of this first week hasn't even. I mean, we've mixed the teams up so they get used to being on the court together. But it's been more about getting our foundation set, our principles, how we play, as opposed to like seeing who's playing well together.
You said Lonzo's out. Is anyone else definitely not going to participate tomorrow?
Mo will not play tomorrow.
What's the timetable on Mo? Do you have one yet?
He'll be reevaluated next month.
LeBron was saying with this positionless basketball that you guys play, it's important to gang rebound. You had some really good rebounding guards last year. Do you envision kind of the same rebounding philosophy?
Yeah, we need it. It's the only way it'll work for us. If we can't rebound the basketball, then we'll have to get away from positionless basketball and go back to a good old solid 1 through 5.
When you bring in guys like Lance and Rondo, who are known to be pretty good rebounders, does that kind of give you a little extra confidence that you can get that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you spend the summer once you see who your roster is and try to come up with a game plan that's going to give the team the best chance of succeeding. And we feel like with guys like Rondo and Lance, who have both done a great job in training camp of rebounding, Josh Hart and Zoe, Brandon and LeBron, like with these type of guys, we feel like we should be able to rebound the basketball and play the style we want to play.
Do you play today's NBA?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to guard anybody, but I'd love to be able to make from that 4 spot.
Do you think it's good for the game? Obviously, it's been going in this direction for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think it's great for the game. I think it's fun to space the floor and have skilled players all over the place. It's the game's getting fast and teams are pushing it. To me, that's the way the game is meant to be played. That's what I grew up watching the old Celtics and Lakers and the way they used to push it and pass it, and there was skill. I mean, granted they had bigs, but Kevin McHale, Larry, James, those guys were pretty skilled bigs. So I love the way it's going.
What would happen though if, say, like a Shaq came or his son Trace came out? The guy comes in.
Every team would be panicking. Every team, yeah. We'd be all trying to figure out what Scott Pollard we could find to try to draw some offensive fouls to get him off the floor.
Luke, as a coach, do you sometimes have to focus on the things you're not doing well? So if you're getting an advantage playing small and then you're getting out rebounded, how do you kind of gauge that? Like, all right, you have a rebound, but we just scored.
Yeah, absolutely. We spend more time on that, looking at possible threats and trying to prepare for all those situations. But yeah, then we have, we got an analytical department breaking stuff like that down. Is it, even if we're getting hurt on post-ups from another team's big, are we, outscoring them on the other end by spreading them out and having their 5-man have to guard Kuz or something like that. So we're always having those debates, and we use our analytical department to help prove one way or another.
Magic, he preached positionless basketball from the day he took over the job. What does it mean to have kind of that philosophy from the top down, the way he builds the roster?
Well, it helps when the front office and the coaches are on the same page and how they believe the game should be played, because obviously if I felt strongly against positionless basketball and he went and signed a bunch of guys that could play like that, it probably wouldn't be a good fit. So it's nice that we're all on the same page.
We talked a lot about how multiple ball handlers affect sort of the ability to kind of push and thrust from defensive possessions. But for guys who are going to be on the receiving end, how much of an adjustment is it to kind of learn, always be open, always be ready to catch, always get to your spot?
Well, I think the adjustment is more general than that, because it's, yesterday, for example, Zoe had a rebound and 2 guys went flying down the court, but neither one of them turned to look at the ball. And Zoe threw it, which is how he plays. And the ball literally almost hit both of them in the head, and it was a turnover. But we want Zoe making those passes now to teach the guys. Like, look, we get out and run every time, and keep your head up, because it's not just Zoe. If you cut and you're open, or you get out and you run, and Rondo has it, LeBron has it, they're going to hit you too. So it's the mentality more of, hey, every time I cut, I'm cutting the score. if I can get myself open, one of these playmakers is going to find me. So it's more developing that mentality than, having to try to cut off so many different playmakers.
I talked to you about LeBron on the break the other day. Is there a difference in him being a problem as the guy with the ball?
Is there a difference between the what?
Him on the ball or off the ball?
Is it?
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's different in terms of what do you want to see more of?
Both. It doesn't matter. If he's pushing it, we're totally fine. If he's off the ball, what we've done a really nice job of is getting out and throwing ahead. Early, we call it early opposite, but that's if Rondo's pushing it and LeBron's out ahead on the other side, or Brandon Ingram's out ahead on the other side, we want that ball flying up the court to them and then attacking from that side. So they've done a really nice job of that. So we're, whether he's pushing or trailing or up a front on the opposite side, we feel like we can gain advantages from all those positions.
How long do you think the learning curve is to learning how to play with playmakers like that can just push the ball ahead instantly?
It's different. There's no way to have a time on it. Some players will already figure it out. I mean, Kuz played with Zoe in Summer League, and after the first game, quickly realized if I just run out every time, I'm going to get 10 extra points a game. So it's just different for everybody.
Last question.
Luke, are your transition principles something where anybody can be the rim runner, anybody can fill deep corner, or are guys?
Yes, anyone can be those positions.
Okay.
Not everyone's allowed to be the ball pusher. But yeah, if let's say Rondo, for whatever reason, was at half court, something happened, he fell over and he was down first, run the rim, get to the dunker, and see if a point guard can be the help side tag man if someone else is bringing it down while Rondo's in the dunker. Is how we envision it going once we get really comfortable, which is going to take some time. We're still putting people in their traditional spots, and when we get really comfortable with that, then we'll start having fun with moving everyone around.
Is the dunker spot the short corner?
Yes. The little X right there.
Thanks, everyone.